Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Prehistoric Kingdom Dev Diaries. So this time we're covering the May 2025 Dev Diary, and as you can see we have got a new dinosaur to look at that has been teased in the past and will be coming in the next update, update 15. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the team is currently in the midst of Update 15's production, working on the required code and art for what was detailed last month. It's been a busy time, but worth it seeing all the new things make their way into the game. With all the new threatened animations in development, it's been a fun time collaborating across departments and figuring out how the animals should behave. This extends to work on the additional baby animations that couldn't make it into Update 14, like the wobbly hadrosaurs and jumping sauropodlets. They are very, very cute. So you can see that here with our Brontosaurus sauropodlet, or Brontosauropodlet, however it should be said. Now onto our new species. Boasting three very different designs, Gallimimus is an animal that requires much attention to detail. Having finalised one of its skins in 3D, we're ready to provide your first look at the upcoming chicken mimic. And yeah, it looks absolutely phenomenal. Like, we have not really seen many accurate Gallimimuses over the last few years. I mean, we have in paleo media and all sorts of that, but not really in a mainstream game like this. Like Jurassic World Evolution 2 has always had the Jurassic Park Gallimimus, which is featherless. But having a look at this one, it's really nice to see just how interesting a feathered Gallimimus can look compared to just a scaly chicken, basically. But these guys look so elegant and they look like they could run fast. And I guess that's what you want to capture with the ornithomimosaurs, as a majority of them were quite fast in terms of how fast they could run and a fast metabolism. Over the next 2 months, we'll be fitting this dinosaur with fresh animations inspired by emus, ostriches and cassowaries. To do this properly, we've given Gallimimus a unique rig with bones that allow our animators to control its various plumage, not unlike what you've seen in our Velociraptor. And I think this is a really cool shot, showcasing the wetland paleoflora biome with horsetails and various ferns and different trees, but it somewhat resembles the Geoducta and Nemex formation in those wetlands. As you can see, we have our Gallimimus here in the foreground, but also a prowling Tarbosaurus in the back. And now onto possibly, like, it didn't seem like a big addition at the start, but now paleoflora is possibly my favorite new feature coming in this update, just because of how much it creates such an amazing atmosphere for the animals to live in. As our array of paleoflora continues to grow, over 180 variants from the coastal, grassland, scrubland, temperate, tropical and wetlands biomes have been implemented so far. It's shocking to think there'll be close to 200 new foliage items once the boreal and desert biome have their paleoflora completed. Today's showcase will be focusing on 4 of the 8 environments in game. We're excited to see how you use them once in update 15. And yeah, you get a really cool shot of the Tarbosaurus with their brand new model from the last update in amongst a very ancient looking landscape. And I saw that and I immediately got Walking with Dinosaurs flashbacks. So first up is our first image of the coastal biome, where you can see a Brachiosaurus. Over on the left there, some Dryosaurus with their little hatchlings in the front, as well as some Camarasaurus grandis out in the back. But it really does create such an amazing atmosphere with these large sequoia and redwood trees with the underbrush. It's great to see how the smaller dinosaurs can actually hide in the lower vegetation, then these massive sauropods are just towering over it and aren't even taller than the trees. But yeah, I'm really excited to recreate some aspects of Time of the Titans, which was the second episode of Walking with Dinosaurs, with this. And we get another shot of a more open coastal landscape with a few different trees, some yellowing in the back there. We've got a Styracosaurus, so we've got an adult and some juveniles, as well as a Brachiosaurus in the same space. And I think that's an Apatosaurus over on the far right there. You can just make it out behind those trees. But yeah, it's really cool looking. Coastal is probably not my number one in terms of the landscape, but it's certainly up there. What is at the top though is Scrubland. Scrubland just looks so amazing and ancient. Like, it looks like an environment that dinosaurs generally would live in. You've got your Araucaria trees with our Brontosauruses here, several different ground foliage, cycads, and all sorts of other things around here. It does give Walking with Dinosaurs vibes. Particularly Battle of the Big Owl, as they did actually include a few different cycads in that documentary. And yeah, it's going to look really cool, especially when we get Allosaurus and Stegosaurus. It'll be really great to just create a whole Morrison Formation area and just have it look so natural. Now we've got another shot here of our Plateosaurus trosingensis. I think that's how you say it, the last bit. But yeah, they look really nice in this habitat too, as they lived in a fairly similar habitat to many of the Morrison dinosaurs. And yeah, it looks really lovely here with the cycads, and I can't remember the name of this underbrush that has been used in various of the screenshots, but it's looking really cool so far. Then we come to our temperate biome, which has various ginkgos around. We've got our herd of Triceratops here facing off against the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And even though it was titled the Mesozoic temperate biome, we do have a picture featuring the Eushea in amongst various of the temperate paleoflora. But then again, you can actually blend the two, both Cenozoic and Mesozoic. So you have freedom to do that, and I think you can create some really unique landscapes. Then we have our tropical biome with our little Muttaburrasauruses here in the front. And tropical is looking really interesting as well, especially some of these palms and cycads with their large seed pods. And we've actually got an Argentinosaurus up in the back there. But tropical is also one I'm actually quite excited for, because the tropical biome was an interesting one back in the Mesozoic. And we also have a look at a more open tropical prairie with our Tyrannosaurus and the Pseudoceratops, and a large Brachiosaurus in the back there. At least I'm pretty sure that's a Brachiosaurus. It looked a little bit different for a second, but I think that is a Brachie. But yeah, looking really nice with all the different cycads. And yeah, I don't know the names of all these paleoflora, unfortunately, so you're just going to have to work with me here, and not remembering all of them. Coming in update 15, the animal nursery menu will be updated with new features, a fresh look and greater responsiveness. This is something the teams wanted to do for a long while, so we're pleased the time has finally come. Starting with the main gallery page, the animal buttons have been condensed to the left side of the screen. Sorting has also been improved, with the option to sort animals by unlocked, alphabetical order, rating, price, type, and clade. A new filter menu also allows players to find animals within certain biomes and time periods, just like the Paleopedia. So that's going to be really useful if you're creating exhibits that involve specific animals from certain time periods or a specific formation. Finding those animals will become just that much easier, and yeah, make the exhibits easier to build, as you'll know exactly what animals you need. So here's an in-depth video looking at how the various sorting and filter options work in practice. So you can see here with our various animals here, you can sort by the type, so dinosaurs and mammals. You'll also be able to sort by rating, which I'm pretty sure, it's going up in rating. When I first watched the video, I thought Psittacosaurus was the highest rated animal, which would not make a lot of sense. But then you got clade, so theropods, styrophora, and all sorts of apotheria, and all sorts of others. And then these filters, you can sort by biomes, so desert, grassland, and also the time period, so Jurassic period here. And you've also got the option for continents as well. So yeah, all really cool stuff. Once an animal has been selected, the menu transitions into the animal preview, displaying its basic info and customization options. The animal preview can be changed to show either a fidget, walk, or idle animation. In the bottom right, you'll find all the ways that an animal can be changed prior to incubation. Some of these options include new toggles that can select a random skin, sex, maturity, or neoteny stage for each animal created. It'll be a lot easier to create diverse looking groups. Another change is in the animal preview itself. Unlike previous iterations, the preview will be completely accurate to the individual you'll create. This means that with each press of the creation button, the animal preview will update to reflect individual variation and random mutations. And it looks to start with a hologram too, and then generates the skin over the top. So yeah, it seems pretty simple, and like there you go, you've got the different animations and different skins. Interesting that there's 2 extra slots. Like, are they planning on adding 2 more skins for each animal? Not sure, but that would be really cool. But I don't know if that would actually be the case. As part of this update, we'll also be introducing a new skin editing panel. From here, you'll be able to override not just an animal's color and size variation, but activate mutations like albinism too. With these overrides enabled, slides appear to adjust the overall size, hue, saturation, and value of an animal. We'll be working to extend these sliders slightly above and below the natural variation range so that players have a bit more flexibility beyond what's shown. So we've got another video here showing just that off. So yeah, size and color variation. Wow, that looks really good. Yeah, so basically you'll have complete control over how your animals look after this. I could potentially even allow you to almost replicate Jurassic Park in a way, in that you can have specific designs to go with a build, and you can change them between builds. It would be cool if you could save a particular variant though. That would be really nice if you could do that. Yeah, that would be a really interesting feature if that was added. And here is one of the community highlights to finish off this dev diary. So this was created by Franku192, which recreates an iconic shot from Walking with Dinosaurs. And all I'll say is that when the Araucaria trees are added with the paleobotany, us players will be able to create an exact one-to-one of that same shot, which is going to be really amazing. But let me know what your favorite feature is in upcoming Update 15. Is it Gallimimus? Is it the new paleobotany, which also will include browsing behaviors for the animal AI? Or is it the new animal nursery menu, which will be able to create completely controlled animal appearances? So like you'll have complete control of how your animals look basically. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.